Good afternoon. It's August 29th, 2014, and I thought I'd do a end of growing season update here on my gardening efforts for this year. I'll go over my successes and some fails, and we'll take a quick trip out in the greenhouse here in a minute. But I thought I'd start here with my Dutch bucket system that I tried this year, and this by no means is anything fancy. I just wanted to try something as inexpensive as I could to see how well it worked. This is a resounding success, and I'll absolutely do this again next year. Actually, I'm going to cut back this a little bit, in that I'm going to have two tomato plants, 2 cucumber plants, and 2 bean plants. This year I have 2 tomato plants, 4 cucumber plants, and the cucumber plants are prolific beyond your wildest dreams. Unfortunately, I haven't kept good records, so it's just a guesstimation, but without exaggeration, I'm probably at the 120 cucumber mark, having a difficult time giving them away. And as you can see, they're not everywhere. I've given about 20 away this week. Just stellar performance. I couldn't be more pleased with the setup. Now, I used MHP Gardener's approach. I have the paint filters in the buckets. I used 50% vermiculite and 50% perlite. I'm using the tomato formula that he shows you how to mix up, and I'm keeping the pH at about 6. Now, for the reservoir, again, nothing is fancy. You see they're crawling all over the place here. I had an old waterfall container, and again, I just didn't want to buy anything. So this holds about 25 gallons of nutrient solution, and my homemade air stone is still working. All year it's still doing its job. If I was going to make a suggestion, man, get yourself these little 12-volt pumps that are available on eBay. They're just 3 watts, and they're just powerhouses. They've been working all summer long. Absolutely no complaints whatsoever with those. I have another tote over here that I use as my reservoir, and unfortunately every day I have to replenish this with about 10 to 15 gallons of water. It just amazed me how much water the plants just go through. So again, I fill this up, and I do adjust the pH. I know I asked Brock Hughes about it, and he doesn't adjust his, but I bring it down to close to 6 anyway. My discussion there on water consumption, I did a nutrient change this morning, and this 25-gallon container here was filled right to the overflow this morning. So it's down, what, 4.5, 5 inches in about 6 hours. So the plants do use a lot of water. For the fail, my strawberry towers. Very disappointed, considering all the effort and expense I put into these. Just didn't work. And what I wound up doing was I went and got a length of the PVC that you slide over a 4x4. It's got a nice flat surface. I see some people use the round PVC, and I'm not sure why, because at least doesn't lend itself nice to put the net cups in. But this here, it's just works well, and so these have come back since I took them out of the towers. Now the problem with the towers, at least in my opinion, what happens is the plants on top, the upper ones, and I have a hose on the inside that right there you can see the hose. The roots on the top plants developed so much that it's like an umbrella, and the plants below don't get any nutrient solution. And I would come out and the plants on the bottom were wilted, and I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And sure enough, the plants on top were just covering and preventing the nutrient solution from getting to the plants below. So like I say, and if anybody is in the 13778 zip code area, and if you would like these towers, I hate to throw them away. There's about $70 worth of material and 5 days worth of effort. If you don't have room for a horizontal system, then these are yours free. You can come and get them. Just let me know. Now next year, what I hope to do is to do one more of these and have it up higher. So I'll have, I don't know, 32 plants or something like that. And again, nothing fancy as far as the reservoir. And again, another 12-volt pump. You cannot go wrong with those 12-volt pumps. Highly recommended. Okay, let's head out to the greenhouse. Of course, there's the greenhouse. But I have 4 wicking beds. The wicking beds are a success. They worked very well. This is a late planting of 2 varieties of lettuce. Now last week I had a tremendous rainstorm come through here. I think I got 5 or 6 inches of rain, and it was nuts. And it just beat the daylights out of the lettuce. If I had known it was going to be like that, I would have thrown a piece of plastic or something over the top of them. But my red lettuce there really took a beating, and I felt bad about that because I was kind of looking forward to having that for the fall crop. It's coming back a little bit, but boy, I sure did flatten them. My rain gutter grow system worked well. I was pleased how everything turned out. Unfortunately, it's suffering from neglect right now. It's end of the season for me. So I'll probably use this again next year. Although the more I use the hydroponics, I really enjoy those. Trying some potatoes and some earth boxes. My corn didn't do so well. I kept blowing over. So corn just doesn't work so well for me. And there's 2 more wicking beds in the back there. And like I say, I got at least 2 crops out of both of those. So very pleased how they work. Okay, inside the greenhouse, I have everything changed over now. I have my 4 Kratky tubs, and I'm trying to get better at record keeping, so I know when things are planted and I can sort of keep track of what's going on. This tub here was planted on July 21st. This tub here was planted on August 1st. And this one here I don't know, but the Swiss chard is just tremendous. Delicious. Very pleased how that is. This particular tub here is the oldest, and as you can see, the lettuce is starting to get leggy. I'm not even eating this. I'm working off this tote right now and the ones outside. And this one here I planted on August 17th. I gotta thin them out here in the next few days, but this is doing well. And like I say, I'm trying to do better record keeping. My 2 tomato plants, they're suffering from neglect and age. Both of them did quite well, and I've given away probably 20 pounds of tomatoes anyway so far. Now this here is an experiment. Early August. I know it's late in the year for upstate New York to be thinking about growing anything. And I started this from seed, and I came out and it's a little hydro system going, and it's just taken off. I already have blossoms on the plant. What a hoot. Heading for September in New York State, and to have a plant growing like this. Now I do have one LED grow light that I put over it every night, right nice and close, and it seems to be happy as a clam. So wouldn't that be nice if I could have cucumbers right down towards late fall? Because once I get my first frost, or obviously the ones on the front side of the house here, I'll be fried, but I thought that was a hoot. So in any case, that's my garden for 2014. Mostly successes. Like I say, the strawberry towers were a bitter pill. So that's it for now. I hope everything is fine with you, and have a nice day.